A rugged land of craggy mountains and desert plains which once stretched from Pakistan into Iran, a land that has witnessed empires rise and fall, a crossroads of civilizations, and a silent observer to centuries of geopolitical chess games. This is Balochistan, a region occupied by Pakistan, larger than many countries, richer than most of the kingdoms, yet divided and disputed for centuries. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into history and geopolitical forces that have shaped Balochistan's present-day realities. Balochistan spans an area of around 350,000 square kilometers, nearly half of Pakistan's landmass. Its rugged terrain borders Afghanistan to the north, Iran to the west, and the Arabian Sea to the south. It sits at the southeastern edge of the Iranian plateau, a strategic crossroads between the Middle East, Central Asia, and South Asia. Crucially, it also lies close to the Strait of Hormuz, the choke point through which a significant share of the world's oil is transported. At its heart lies Quetta, the capital, nestled in the Suleiman Mountains near the historic Bolan Pass. For centuries, this pass connected the Indian subcontinent to Central Asia, used by traders, invaders, and empires, including the British, who used it during their Afghan campaigns. Beneath Balochistan's rocky soil lies treasure: natural gas, copper, gold, and rare minerals. The Sui gas fields have powered Pakistani cities for decades. The province's coastline, especially the Gwadar port, offers the shortest maritime access from Central Asia to the world, making it central to China's Belt and Road Initiative. But while the mountains yield gold and copper, and the ground pumps gas to fuel cities like Karachi and Lahore, the Baloch people live in poverty, displacement, and complete silence. Take the Sendak and Rekordik mining projects. These are not development initiatives. These are extraction regimes operated by the Chinese corporations like the Metallurgical Corporation of China in partnership with Pakistani state. These mines have stripped Balochistan of its wealth since 2002. MCC takes 50% of the profits, Islamabad takes 48%, and Balochistan a meager 2%. The Sui gas fields, discovered in 1953, powers industrial heartlands of Pakistan, yet the people of Sui still cook with firewood. This isn't neglect, it's systematic deprivation. Gwadar, once a peaceful fishing town, has now become a militarized zone under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or the CPEC project. The port has been leased to China for 40 years. Baloch communities have been evicted, the livelihoods have been destroyed, and development has come, not for the locals but to transport the resources out and bring soldiers in. The jobs promised to locals have gone to Chinese and mainland Pakistanis. Balochistan is now not just being forcefully occupied by Pakistan, it is being stripped bare by it. From the 1st to 3rd century CE, the Indo-Scythian Paratharajas dynasty ruled parts of Balochistan. Zoroastrianism, Hinduism, and Buddhism all have shaped the land. The Baloch people were Iranian-speaking and believed to have migrated between the 10th and 14th centuries. They established tribal confederacies with the Brahui, an ethnic group originally from central India. Before the Baloch established their rule, the region that would later become the heart of their kingdom, Kalat, was governed by Hindu Seva dynasty. In early 1400s, Mir Umar Mirwadi of the Mirwadi Baloch tribe overthrew them, establishing the first Baloch rule. By 1666, Mir Ahmad Khan Kamrani united the Saravan and Jhalavan tribes, founding the Ahmadzai dynasty and formally establishing the Kalat. This tribal confederation has ruled a vast area stretching from modern-day Iran, Afghanistan, and Sindh. In 1839, during the First Anglo-Afghan War, British forces stormed the city of Kalat. Nairab Khan was killed for establishing British strategic dominance. Kalat controlled the Bolan Pass, a vital military route to Afghan, and the British wanted it bad. In 1876, the Treaty of Kalat was signed, a document that stripped away Kalat's sovereignty. A British political agent was stationed in Kalat. Britain controlled foreign affairs and defense. The Khan was reduced to ceremonial figure. By the time the British prepared to leave in 1947, the Khanate was politically fractured and its autonomy was crushed.
Both Pakistan and India get to celebrate their respective independence days. But Balochistan can only sigh and wonder if Balochis would ever get to taste the same freedom. Balochistan, which is now widely hit by militancy, was once free, even though it was only for 227 days. The short-lived freedom was a result of their leaders' short-sightedness, the shrewdness of the British, and the betrayal of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan and leader of the Muslim League.
On 12th of August 1947, just days before Pakistan's independence, the Khan of Kalat declared independence. Both houses of Kalat's parliament supported the move. Jinnah, once Kalat's legal advisor, signed a standstill agreement, seemingly respecting Kalat's sovereignty, but this didn't last. On 27 March of 1948, under military pressure and political coercion, the Khan signed the instrument of accession. Kalat was annexed, not through consent but force. Baloch people never accepted this. Kalat's parliament had not approved it. The Khan's brother, Prince Abdul Karim, fled to Afghanistan and launched the first armed rebellion, which failed eventually, but marked the beginning of the decades of armed struggle. Since 1948, Balochistan has been in a constant state of resistance. The one-unit policy of 1954 further erased Balochistan's identity, merging it into West Pakistan. In 1958, Nawab Noroz Khan led a revolt. He was promised safety but was arrested and several of his relatives were executed. More uprisings followed in 1962, 1973 and again in 2003. Each was met with brutal repression.
There is a war raging in Pakistan, one that doesn't make it to primetime news.
The frustration of the population in Balochistan has made it a breeding ground for armed separatist groups that have been demanding greater autonomy for decades. One of them is Balochistan Liberation Army, which carried out deadly attacks on civilians and security forces on 26th of August. Others who choose political dissidents face persecution.
In the early 2000s, the Balochistan Liberation Army BLA emerged as the face of armed resistance. Rooted in past grievances and fueled by resource exploitation and political suppression, the BLA began coordinating with other insurgents groups through brass alliance. From 2018 onwards, the BLA adopted dual tactics: mountain guerrilla warfare and bold urban attacks. Operations like Zir Pahazag, Dara-e-Bolan and Herof involved attacks on Chinese interests, highway seizures and temporary occupation of towns like Mach, Zehri and Mangohcher. The Majid Brigades Toss and Zirab led suicide missions, intelligence operations and sabotage campaigns. In 2024-25 alone, over 200 operations were carried out. Major attacks include the Quetta railway bombing and the Jafar Express train hijacking. Balochistan is not just a province, it is a nation denied, a nation with its own identity, language, history and territory. It declared independence in 1947 only to be betrayed by Pakistan and silenced. Its resources have fueled Pakistan, its coastline has served China, but its people remain impoverished, displaced and erased from the national narrative. The past was stolen, the future is undecided, but the mountains echo with the voices of those who are still fighting for their survival and basic rights. Thanks for watching the video. It's me, Prithviraj, signing off.